there, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about my favorite categories of beauty. So for example, we're talking about makeup. What are my favorite categories of makeup, or my number one picks, my number 2 and 3 spots? So if I had to pick any product to put on my face, what would be my number one pick? That means I'm not really focusing on specific products, but more product categories and what I can't live without. I thought this would be an interesting sort of beauty philosophy video because I feel like everyone has their own personal preferences and what they feel like they need to throw on their face going out the door. Or you could think of this as like a desert island. What would you take with you? Would you take, your eye mask or your sunscreen or your blow dryer? Like, what do you feel like you really need to have on a daily basis? So I thought this would be fun. Let me know what your guys' top picks are in each beauty category. I'm going to get into makeup, skincare, hair care, and body care, and tools. You'll probably be surprised by some of my picks. So let's start, of course, with makeup. I think this is probably the most contested. Like, what's your number one thing that you have to have on your face? If you can pick nothing else, what one kind of product would you pick? I don't know. If you've been following my channel for a little while, you probably won't be surprised that I would pick a brow product because I have such naturally weak, sparse, barely there brows. They drop off at the end, and to me, brows are such a important part of our faces. They really give off the most expression, and so I feel like I really need to fill them in, and that is my number one pick over any other makeup product. Even lips or foundation or mascara, I need to fill in the brows if I'm not going to do anything else. So I have a very minimal makeup look on today, and the brow product I use is the Tom Ford Fiber Brow Gel. Not really important what brow product I use, as long as I put something in there, but I do like an all-in-one easy product. This has color, this has hold, and a little bit of fiber in there. So it kind of does all the things. So I like that about this product. It is a little bit dark, and I can't overdo it. This is the taupe shade, but I do feel like it adds just that something extra to the face. So brows are number one for me. My second choice would be mascara. I do love eyeshadow and defining the eyes, but I think it looks so funny if you have eyeshadow with no mascara. So I rather have the reverse, and I rather just have mascara and nothing else, just because I like that little feminine flutter, and it does kind of define the eyes in a way. So I'm a huge fan of that, and I think that's probably the reason we see so many people doing those permanent false lash extensions. And I see a lot of people wearing them without any makeup on except for their fake lashes, just because it does really make the face so much more fluttery, flirty, feminine. So I think lashes are a huge part of that, and just making you feel a little bit more girly and pretty, and just a look. So mascara is number 2 for me. Number 3, you'll probably, I don't know if you'll be surprised by this, but for me it's foundation, and a lightweight one, a natural looking one. I love lightweight tinted moisturizers or tinted serums. Not all of them work well with my skin, but the ones that do, I really enjoy, because you get some of that glow coming through, that natural glow. You see a little bit of rosiness in the cheeks, and yes, you still see on my blemishes, but overall my redness is toned down. That's mostly what I want to take care of when I wear foundation. And if you're not going to wear anything else, the fact that these lighter foundations don't totally cancel out everything and blank out the face, where you feel like, well, now I have to put blush because I look like a ghost without it, or I have to put bronzer. When you wear something lightweight, your natural colors and changes in the face come through still. So that's what I like about it. Sometimes I don't have time, and I don't have all the products with me, so just having something really lightweight is really all that I need. So those would be my top 3 categories of makeup, you know, with a little specifics thrown in there, especially with the foundation. I do feel like the lightweight part is important. I would pick that over concealer any day. But yeah, I am wearing a lip balm. I cheated, a little lip oil. But I would say for many years I did not really care about lips. I would wear a lip gloss that would fade away and I would never reapply throughout the day. I do not have beautiful natural lips, but they're just not as important to me. But I know that a lot of people would probably pick lipstick as their #1 makeup product if they can't wear anything else. It's quick to throw on, you look a little bit more made up, and you're out the door, and it can totally change your look. I agree with that. I just feel like most of the time lip products come off your face unless they're long wearing, and if they're long wearing, they're usually uncomfortable. So I'm not down with that. So I'd rather have something on my brows, which you know, they last all day, and something on my eyes that lasts all day, that defines those facial features more than the lips. That's just my preference and my thought process, but let me know if you guys think differently. All right, let's get into skincare. This is really tough for me to pick like a certain order because there's so many things in skincare that I feel are important every day. So I feel like everyone's probably gonna say sunscreen is the most important, and I agree with that. It's my #2 spot because it's really about prevention. It's the best thing you can do to prevent aging, sunspots, wrinkles, but you do have to apply it correctly. You do have to reapply it. I'll get into that a little bit. My first product that I would say is necessary, and this is kind of funny, but I would say since I've really changed up my skincare routine over the last few years, I have not always used this product in my routine in my life, but since I have incorporated it, I think my skin has gotten better. So I'm choosing an oil cleanser as my #1 skincare product. It doesn't have to be the specific one, but this is the Jordan Samuel After Show Treatment Cleanser. I've multiple repeat purchase for me. This is the sensitive skin one. But you can, any oil cleanser will work, or cleansing balm, or whatever, somewhere in between, something that removes sunscreen and makeup effectively. Now you could argue, well, if you're never wearing makeup or sunscreen, then you don't need an oil cleanser, you just need a basic cleanser. Sure, but most of us wear one or the other at some point, and a lot of us wear both. So I found that really concentrating on effectively removing those things every day helps my congestion, my acne. It really, really does. So that's why it's #1. I think it makes a huge difference. And it's like that silent little helper that's working really hard every day that you probably don't think twice about, but it is an important part of my routine. And I don't feel like I have to use, like, you guys remember the big, you know, facial cleansing devices where you're using this harsh brush on your skin and you feel like you have to use it so that your skin stays clear. Well, actually, you can get away with using proper cleansers and you don't have to use all that stuff. So just gonna put that out there. That's my #1 pick, just because it's made a difference in my skin for sure. I know I don't have perfect skin, but it does help. My second pick would be sunscreen every day. It's not something I put in my routine until regularly, as like a, you know, not part of that's something that already came in my makeup, but consciously putting on sunscreen separately on my face every day probably didn't happen until I was at least 25, which is way late in the game. But since then, I make sure I apply it every single day, even if I don't plan to go outside. My windows are open, it's sunny, I am putting this on. Doesn't have to be this specific one. I've shown a lot of sunscreens on my channel. I just grabbed this SPF 50 from Supergoop. This is the Play Everyday Lotion travel size, but honestly, having a sunscreen in your routine is pretty vital for everyone, every skin tone, Doesn't matter how light or deep you are, you need this in your life, just to help with, even if you're not worried about aging or wrinkles. Maybe you don't like dark spots on your face, you don't like hyperpigmentation, which can occur from getting acne, and you get scars and those scars turn dark, and that happens more as you get older. So sunscreen, wearing hats, things like that really help with those sort of cosmetic things. It also, most importantly, can prevent skin cancer. So this had to be up there on the list. And then my third, probably also along the lines of what has made the most difference in clearing up my skin, is incorporating some sort of exfoliating product. It could be a toner, it could be a mask, it could be some sort of hydrating essency step with some sort of active ingredients. And it's not something I did regularly, or I used a great product in the past, but as I grew up and learned a little bit more, I realized that chemical exfoliators really help with congestion and keeping your skin clear and giving you a glow and just resurfacing things and getting rid of dead skin. Super important. So I have a exfoliating toner here from Deviant Skincare. This is the Gentle Resurfacing Liquid. And it's not something I use very often, maybe once a week or twice a week. Lately I've been just using exfoliating masks, and that's how I get my exfoliation on. But otherwise, it's not like a daily thing that I use, because I have sensitive skin, and your skin really isn't meant to exfoliate every day, people. You can do some gentle exfoliating, but just pay attention to the strength of what's in your products, the strength of the active ingredients that's in your products that you are using every day. So those are my top skincare things. I wanted to throw in a fourth runner-up because I think it will also, in the beginning of my skincare journey when I was younger, this was not a step, and now it's a very important step. A watery essence, a hydrating lotion, something that hydrates my skin that's not a moisturizer necessarily, or a cream, but a step before that. I found to layer hydration to be really helpful. So a watery essence from Hado Labo is a good example of that. That's kind of changed the game for me, really. All right, moving on from skincare, let's get into hair care. I do love me some hair care. Oh, this one also a little bit tough, maybe a little bit controversial, but if you have curly hair, I don't think my picks are too surprising. Okay, so my first pick, so I could pick a co-wash as like my first pick, because it's like in between a conditioner and a shampoo, and a lot of people with curly hair use that. It's not something I'm currently using, so I pick conditioner as my number one hair product, because I have curly, naturally dry hair, and it's even drier that is color treated. But that being said, conditioner has always been super important for me to help with daily life, manageability, detangling. I have to have a conditioner. And I know some people that just rinse their hair out, they don't really use a shampoo, but they do use a conditioner. And I have done that in the past, just kind of restyling almost, and just rehydrating the hair is really important if you have my hair type. I know I have straight hair right now, but my hair is pretty wavy, curly, and so conditioning to me regularly is pretty important, even more than shampooing. I shampoo twice a week, but I could probably figure out a way to balance my scalp where I can shampoo even less than that. So that's why conditioner is high up on the list here. My second choice, to be honest, is a leave-in conditioner, a leave-in cream. Sorry, I forgot to mention the Cica Flash conditioner is probably my favorite from Kerastase. This is a slightly purple toning conditioner for blonde highlighted hair. And then my second choice is a leave-in cream or leave-in conditioner, just to help with manageability, calming things down, defrizzing. It also helps with heat protection. You might think, oh, it's pretty much the same thing as a conditioner. Not quite. They have different ingredients, but it's just important for me to have something like this in my routine. I have to put something in my hair after I wash it, or get it wet. It's just how it goes. And then my third pick would be a shampoo, as more specifically a purple toning shampoo. Especially if I have blonde hair, it's a must to try to keep it from going too yellow and brassy. So purple toning shampoo for me. Also, just shampooing in general, it is good to have good hygiene. If you don't wash your hair and you don't have the kind of hair, that scalp that's balanced enough to be able to handle less shampoos, it's gonna get super oily. You might grow yeast in there. It may start to smell. So you want to wash your hair when you need to wash it. So I would say shampoo is important. So it's number 3 for me. Otherwise, everything else, it's kind of extra. I do really enjoy a leave-in mask. Those are even better conditioning than conditioners. I do love oils and lots of leave-in products that I do use so many of, but these would be my top picks for hair. Forgot to mention, this is the Oribe Bright Blonde Shampoo for a beautiful color. And this is the Kerastase Nutritive Nectar Thermique Polishing Nourishing Milk. This is a leave-in blow dry care for dry hair. I think the packaging might be a little bit different now, but those are those. Okay, so onto body care. I'm pretty boring when it comes to body care. I don't really require anything special, to be honest. I do like a good scent, but otherwise, let's just jump in. First things first, I think hygiene when it comes to the body is most important, and smelling good and getting rid of the sweat and body odors is most important to me. So nothing too exciting here. My first pick is going to be a shower gel. To me, it's not necessarily the most nourishing, especially in the winter, but most of the time of the year, a shower gel works well for me. This smells really good, but it's not something I've been using for years and years and years. It's a new discovery for me. This is the Le Labo shower gel, and this is the Hinoki Sesame scent. But it cleans well. It doesn't strip my skin, but if you have very sensitive dry skin, you probably want more of a shower milk or cream rather than a gel. But to me, I just want to get rid of all those impurities from the day. My second pick would probably be deodorant. I'm all about smell. I do not like body odor. I do not ever want to smell if I can avoid it. So I use a strong deodorant. This is not aluminum free. This has extra aluminum. I know it's not great for me, but well, I don't know. This is the secret clinical strength free version, and this is a strong deodorant, and it smells good, but it also really works. Really, I don't smell with this, so this is a must for me. My third pick would be a body lotion, just a simple body lotion. This is a new one for me from Ilion. This is the Ceramide ATO lotion. This is more of a gel formula, but I do like thicker cream versions of body lotions as well. But that's really all I need for the body. Of course, sunscreen's important. I do need to chemically exfoliate my body every once in a while, but otherwise, I mean, I don't require much for the body, to be honest. I mean, we could talk about hair removal, we could talk about body shimmer products, but these are like my must-haves for body. Okay, getting into tools. Now we can go talk about tools for each category, but when it comes to makeup, I'm totally fine applying makeup with my hands, and that's it. Like, I love my brushes, I love my sponges. If I had to pick one makeup tool product, sponge would be number 1, because it's just been such a game changer in my foundation application. I do love my natural hair brushes for other things, but sponge would be number 1. But in terms of tools, I actually really value the tools for my hair, and they're actually pretty basic and they don't require any electricity. You guys are probably gonna laugh. My number one tool, even though it's not totally necessary for my hair, because you could technically finger comb curly hair without a brush or a comb, but I do like a wide tooth comb. This one's from Dyson, but you can get a comb like this for $1, and that is what I would prefer for my hair. I do have fancier, nicer brushes that I use when my hair is straight, but when my hair is curly, I don't have the kind of hair you can brush and it looks good. It's the kind of hair that you actually want to stay away from brushing, otherwise it gets big and frizzy and not pretty. So for me, what I need for my hair more than anything else is a wide tooth comb in the shower to distribute conditioner and to detangle my hair. That's mostly when I brush my hair. Unless it's straight, then I do kind of need to brush to smooth out those flyaways, but this is an important tool for me. My next two products I'm gonna kind of combine, but these are like everyday hold my hair back products, which if you have curly hair or hair that's just heavy or you're hot, these are essential to me. I like a big claw. I think this is from Junkay. You get this at the drugstore or Target or something like that. Just a basic claw to hold your hair. I like using claws because they don't create breakage like ponytail scrunchies can, or ponytail holders can. They really just get the hair up and out of the way without kind of creating that line. I also really like silk scrunchies, and I know they cost a lot of money and they look kind of funny and gimmicky, but for hair like me, I worry about damage and breakage, especially being blonde. My hair breaks really easily, so I sleep in stuff like this, and this is how I have a ponytail. Pretty important for me. My third pick would be this microfiber towel for drying my hair when it's wet. It really cuts down on how much blow dry time I need to dry my hair, and it's gentle, and it's, it doesn't create breakage with a rough towel, and it really speeds up the drying process. This one's from Aquas, and it's a big part of my washing and drying routine. This scrunchie is from Silk. All right, guys, I think that's it for my top categories. As I mentioned, like the specific brands I mentioned today aren't as important as the categories that are important to me in my routine. These are my top picks, but please let me know what categories are important to you guys in the comments below. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.